Good afternoon. My name is Angie, and we're going to be starting our webinar in just a few minutes. All right, we're just going to we're just going to wait up just about another moment or two just to see if anybody else is going to sign in for our webinar today on point of purchase. For all of those who are logged in and ready, thank you for joining me. And again, my name is Angie, and I'll be your presenter today. All righty, I think everybody's here who's going to be here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope so far everybody's having a good day today. All right, so for those who are logged into their Akada software, I would like for you to go ahead and click on the point of purchase tab. So that way you can kind of go along with me on this. Makes it more fun. All right. Now the key to our point of purchase is that you'll be able to manage your inventory, make sales, and pull reports associated with the point of purchase option. Kind of like a one-stop shop, all within your Akada. Not only can you, and also including with the sales, even if it is a sale that you want to apply to a current customer's account and have them pay later, you can with our software, and today we'll go over that. All right, so from the point of purchase home, one moment. All right, we're going to start with vendors. Your vendor is anyone who sells you your items, may that be BJ's, friend who sells hair bows, other accessories. Whoever that person is within the setup, you can enter in your vendor information. So we're going to select the manage vendors, and then we will select add product vendor. If you are familiar with our recital feature, then you are familiar with entering in vendors. It's the same thing. But we're going to select add product vendor, and we're going to enter in our vendor's information. So for example, we're going to enter in Costco, actually let's do BJ's because that's the one that's up the street from me. Pineville Matthews. Whatever information you have on that vendor, you'll enter it in. And if you have a specific contact person over there, you can enter it in along with their email address. And then we're going to save it. Now, if you have order information, even though this is costume vendor over here, you can still mark it. But if you have ordered anything, you can enter in some basic information about that, okay? So we're going to save our changes. And once you have their email address in, you also have the feature to be able to email that particular vendor with any questions or hopefully another order for more merchandise, okay? Once all of your vendors have been entered in, you're then ready to start adding inventory. Because first we got to know who you bought it from. Next up is what you have. So we are going to click on Manage Inventory. And once that page comes up, across the top of the page, you will see your tabs: Products, Receive/Issue, Reports, Setup, and Vendors. Okay, we've already gone to Vendors. So now we are going to do Setup. Setup is basically how you will be entering in your departments for the different types of items you sell. So you might have one for jewelry, you might have one for makeup, you might have one for shoes, and so on. Styles would be what style of items you have. So my best example would be the leotards. You have different style leotards, not just your boat neck style anymore. You have the razorback, the crisscross. You're going to enter that in here. All right. So for any merchandise you have that comes in different styles, you're going to enter in what those styles will be. You're going to enter in your sizes, and you're also going to enter in your colors. So for any item you have that comes in multiple colors, you're going to input this here. The important thing about the setup is that when you actually go to enter in your inventory, this will create your drop downs for your selections. Makes it way easier for you. All right. So for example, let's add a department. All right. You will decide what you want it to be named. You will enter in your GL number. Keep in mind that if you use QuickBooks, this GL number must match what's in QuickBooks, so that way our program will correspond with your QuickBooks and input this info when needed. Your cost and sales GL codes you will enter in, and then you will also advise if this if the items in this department are going to be taxable, and I want them to be taxable. And we're going to select sales tax 1. So see, I created my new one. If there's anything that I need to change, I can select edit to the right and make any updates that are necessary. If you have departments entered in at the current time that you are no longer using, you can delete them also from here. Style, sizes, and colors all work the same way. You're entering what it is. So for example, I have like my boat neck, jazz shoes, point, razorback, tap. Different types of items that I still sell, I will include it here, and of course my sizes and my colors. Now, once you have that done, you're then ready to start adding inventory. So we're going to go to the Products tab. Once on the Products tab, you're going to hit the plus add item. If your items have barcodes and you have a scanner, you can input your mouse and then scan the item, and the information will appear here if they have an item code. If not, don't worry about it. I'm going to use my room pop here as my inventory. So let's hit this barcode in. And I'm hoping at your studios you have a healthier food products, but for my example here, we're just going to keep it easy. And we're going to put this under snacks as my department. You're basically going to go through and fill out the fields. Most of it is drop down, right? Because this is a food product, I don't have to worry about entering the style, size, or color. But if this was like a leotard or any other type of merchandise you have that fits, you're going to input that info. You're also going to enter in the item cost. The item cost is how much you paid. Okay, so we'll say a case of these costed $12, right? List price is how much you're going to sell it for. So I'm going to sell it for 60 cents for each one. If the item is going to be on sale, everybody loves a good sale, right? You will be able to enter in the sale price. So after 2 weeks, if I notice that these ring pops aren't really moving, I can always come back in here and enter in sales price and mark it on sale. So if I do that, I'm going to sell it for half off. Then I'm going to check that box if the item is going to be on sale. If it is not, then you don't have to worry about it. All right. The program will automatically enter in your tax status based upon the selection you entered in when you created the department. All right. Minimum quantity. You can set up the program so that way if you get to a certain number of items for a particular piece, you can set up the system to give you a warning if you hit a certain number and it's time to order. So if I get down to my last 5, I want a minimum quantity pop up to tell me order more. All right. And in stock is how many you have on hand. So let's say in the case I got 20. We're going to enter that in. All right. At the bottom of your screen, if you want to print labels, you just check that box and you can print the labels. Okay. But we're going to save this item because at this point I don't want to print any labels. And my item has been entered in. If you want to print labels, just click on the Print Labels tab here. Tell it how many labels you have. You'll be able to select what type of label you have and where you want to start it. And you'll also be able to decide what you want to appear on that label. So I don't want the sales price. And just like a report, you can view it. Now we do have a copy function here. So for example, we're going to go with the leotards again here. If you have multiple leotards, but it's kind of like the same information, you can just copy it and then edit what you need to. Saves time. All right. Once you have all of your inventory entered in, you will be able to pull it up by department if you want to just view a certain department to make sure you have everything in. And you can quickly filter out and only view those. So if you're working on jewelry or hair accessories, you can filter your products list to only view those. So that way you can make sure you have everything in. And it's Pretty cool feature. Now, after all your products have been entered in, you're going to go to the Receive Issue. The Receive Issue screen will allow you to adjust the quantity of the inventory in your database, okay? When you're adding new inventory from a shipment, or maybe it's a return, you will use the Receive/Issue to make adjustments. If end of year, you may have an award ceremony, and you may choose to give items out of your merchandise. By going to the Receive Issue page, you'll be able to adjust your inventory to allot for that, okay? I forgot to take my filter off, excuse me. All right. Now from here, you will locate the item that you have. So let's say it's end of year and I gave one of my rising kindergartners a bracelet and as a gift. All right. I'm going to locate that item on my inventory list. And because I'm giving it away, it's going to be an issue. So I'm going to click on issue. I'm going to enter in how many I gave away. And if you want to, you can put a note in a reference if you would like. And you can also put in the date that you gave it away. So let's say she graduated last week. All right, and I'm just going to put grad gifts. And then I'm going to issue. The program will automatically adjust your numbers to reflect that, okay? Now let's say I placed an order to get some more merchandise and I need to increase my numbers to show that I've gotten some more. This time we're going to do, let's say we have more layered wrap bracelets. So this time I'm going to go to Receive. All right, I'm going to take this memo out. All right, we got these on Monday. All right, you can enter in a reference if you want, and I'm going to say how many I got. Let's say we got 15, and I'm going to receive. So now my quantity numbers are automatically adjusted. If you're not sure if items have been updated or as far as what has been received and what has been issued out, you can always click on the details here, scroll down, and then here you will see any sales, how much it was sold for, and if you added any, it'll be listed there too. Now, before we go to reports, we're going to talk about making a sale on your merchandise. So we're going to go to the Make a Sale tab. From here, you can associate sales to an account. So if you have account holders coming, account holders and students coming in making purchases, you can associate it to their account. So that way you have a record of it on their transactions page. If you have walk-ins that come in and make purchases, we have the non-school customer account that you can associate these sales to also, okay? So from here, we're going to choose a different account. And today we are going to say Miss Lori is here and she's going to purchase something. All right. The system will automatically assign an invoice number for each sale. You will also be given the opportunity to adjust any dates. So if it was recital time, you made some sales, but you need to record them, you can always backdate these. And if it is a case where the purchase is going to be tax exempt, you can check that box and no taxes will be added in. But in this case, we want the money. We're going to pay taxes. All right. To make your sale, you can do the product lookup. And this way you can get a listing of all of your items. You can filter it out if you would like. You can also just determine how you want your product page to come up. So if there's a specific sort you like, you can set it up based on these. We're going to put everything in by price, right? And we're going to say she bought a ring pop. I'm going to enter in how many she bought, and the system will automatically calculate how much they add for you. Any taxes will be added in. Let me show you our tax exempt box. Automatically takes it out. All right. Now, when you are ready, the next step is the parent paying upfront for your existing customers, or is this something that's going to be added to their account? If they're paying for it upfront at the time of purchase, then you're just going to click the enter payment and enter in the payment information. May it be credit cards, cash, whatever it may be. All right. The program will allow you, if you would like, you can also include their current balance at that point. You can also choose if the parent says, I don't want any change back, you can automatically apply that change towards their account. And you can automatically apply it towards open charges, okay? So in this case, we're gonna say she gave us $20. We're gonna do cash, all right? I don't wanna include her balance at this point, but I do wanna apply any excess payment amount to the open charges. So I'm gonna enter in my payment. All right, because I opted to apply any change towards her charges, the system's going to ask me what charges I want to apply it to. And I can select any of these open charges. But today we're just going to hit auto apply. And my payment is done. Now, let's say Miss Lori says, well, bill it to my account. And that's fine, because you can. So she got 4. And I'm going to sell on account. And at this point, it will ask me if I want to review invoice or make a new sale. If you choose to review the invoice, you'll be able to see any of the information you just have. All right. If you want to see what it looks like on the account, just click the account balance and you'll be taken automatically to her account and you can see where the invoice has been loaded. So we're going to go back. All right. Now, let's say we had a parent who purchased, let's see, what do we want them to purchase today? They purchased a pair of tap shoes. All right, they paid the full $45. Let's make it 2. They bought 2 pairs of size 3 tap shoes. All right. We're going to enter in the payment. This time we're just going to make it for the straight amount of $90. And we're going to enter in the payment. All right. But let's say the parent comes in and says, you know what? The second pair doesn't fit. I need to bring those back. Okay. At this point, you would go to Manage Invoices. And you're going to locate the parent's account name here. And we're going to reprint because we want to see it. Okay. Give me one moment. Now, she's saying she's going to return 1 pair, okay? And she's already paid for it. So from the account, you can from the account side, you would issue out a refund for the parent to get their money back, okay? So you just unapply their payment, you hit the refund, and process your refund. But we need to adjust our numbers to show that we have a return. We're taking something back, okay? So after you've refunded their money, you're going to go to your point of purchase. You're going to manage your inventory. You're going to receive/issue. You will locate your tap shoe size 3 in your listings of inventory. And we're going to hit issue. We're going to issue back 1. And we're going to say returned. 1 more. And then we're going to hit issue. So notice my number says 43 for the quantity that I have on hand, right? So now we're going to issue. And I did that backwards. I'm so sorry. Should have went up, but I did that backwards. I actually should have hit receive instead, but it's okay. The nerves of webinars can get to you. But you can see it here. All right, so let's correct this because I need to actually show that I have 44 pairs of shoes. So we're going to receive 2. And there we go. I corrected it just that quick. All right, so now let's talk about reports. All right, because now we have a cell or 2 in here, okay? Now, the reports page will basically give you reports on your inventory, okay? When it comes to actually pulling the dollars, we'll talk about that in just a moment. But from here, you can pull your inventory listings, you can pull a price list, either by department, description, vendor. If you need to review your stock to see who's low, you can. You also have your transaction listing for departments or items, product labels if you want to select, if you need to print out more labels for an item. So let's look at the inventory list by product code. Here we'll give you some basic information about your products. You'll also be able to see on hand what you have, the cost that you paid for it, and then how much you have on hand. And this is not how much you've actually collected. This is how much total in dollars, how much inventory you have for each specific item. Okay. If there's a specific item you want to be able to look up, you will be able to do that, to look over to see what's selling and what's not. Now, if you have questions about how much money you've made, we're then going to go to our reports tab and select our financial. And we're going to go to the income tab, because any money you make underneath point of purchase, we count it as income. And here we have a few reports for the point of purchase. Now for the summary and the detailed POP invoices, you will be able to pick those by date. So if there's a certain time period you want to look at, actually for all of them, you'll be able to pull by specific dates. So if you need to see how if you wanted to compare sales, you can for a specific time period. Give it one moment. If you needed to check out your sales tax for a certain time period, we have the summary or the detailed POP sales tax. Now, let's talk about exchanging items, because if you're selling merchandise, depending upon what you're selling, you may have to do an exchange. To exchange an item, it would be the same procedure as if you were making Excel, except for one little difference. So let's go make a sale. We're going to use Miss Lori again. Excuse me. You're going to locate the product. So she bought a pair of shoes. Let's say this time she exchanges it for, no, let's make a new sale. So we got everything by price. Okay, she came out, she purchased a pair of bloomers. Again, you'll go to the account, issue out your refund, if you're going to be giving them money. Well, in this case, it's an exchange, so we don't have to worry about that. So now we're going to go as if we're going to make a new sale. So when I do my product lookup, right, because she's returning this, I'm going to return my bloomer, right? But if she's going to exchange it for something else, I'm going to do my product lookup and I'm going to locate the next item she's going to be purchasing. So we're going to say she's going to get a bracelet because it costs the same. So we're going to purchase that. All right. She will pay the difference, right? Now for this one, because I have the bloomers are considered tax exempt, she didn't pay any taxes on them, but the layered wrap bracelet does have taxes. So in this case, technically she owes us 97 cents, but I want to make it easy. So I'm just going to select my tax exempt. And that way it's an even exchange. She doesn't owe me anything. I don't owe her anything. And then we're going to hit the exchange items. You will only see this exchange item when you return one item and then select your second item for the actual purchase. And I'm just going to hit my exchange items button and I can review my invoice or make a new sale if necessary. Now that is all to our point of purchase. Now we did cover a lot of things. So if we went too fast or anything, you can pull this video up at a later time to review it, and you can also give us a call or hit us up through our intercom chats and ask us any additional questions that you may have. But for now, if you have questions, you do have a box that popped up, and you can send us questions. We expand the question box, and you can send us any questions you may have. All right, well, we don't have any other questions. I do not want to hold anybody up. Again, thank you for attending our webinar on the point of purchase. We do have some more scheduled, so please check our website at akadasoftware.com for a webinar schedule. And today is Thursday, June 13th. Tomorrow, June the 14th, is the last day to enter your studio into our scholarship drawing. So if you're interested, please go to our website, akadasoftware.com, and go to the scholarship page. Now, we did have a question. Can we use a scanner for inventory, or does everything have to be looked up via the list? No, it does not. If you have a barcode scanner, you will use the product code, scan your item, and the item will appear there, and then just hit quick add and it'll automatically pop up that product to appear here, and then you enter in your quantities. Any other questions? All right, I don't see any other questions, so I am going to go ahead and close out the webinar. Again, if you have any questions, you can give me a call. Our number here is 1-800-286-3471. You can also send us questions via intercom with the little purple button that shows in the bottom right-hand corner of Akada, or you can also hit the go underneath the settings menu, underneath help, and submit tickets that way. We're here to help you. Thank you again for attending, and have a wonderful afternoon.